folks? How we doing this evening? Yes, we're gonna go over some Dodger chat and some San Francisco Giants chat tonight. And of course, we'll talk about the Pirates for a minute, see what's going on with them. First, we're gonna bring in a returning guest, and he's had a couple weeks off, but he's always welcome on the show because he's that guy. What's up, man?
Adam, this is Jason. Glad to be back on the show, my friend. Sorry I couldn't be on last week, but I'm enthused and excited to be on tonight.
I'm excited to have you back as well.
Thank you, sir.
We'll get there. We're over football. I'm sure we're gonna have a communication still about the Green Bay Packers coming up, and I'm sure you'll be there with Mark, and
yep.
We'll see who else comes on that one. We're always working on good guests on this show. That do, and yeah. So we're gonna talk some Dodgers, and then you guys outnumbered Miss Jenny tonight, but we'll get to that in a little bit. We're gonna bring on two first times tonight here. We're gonna bring on Damien.
How's it going,
Damien?
guys?
How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
Real quick.
My name's Damien. I guess Adam found me from my baseball podcast that I do, which is basically about every single sport, or not every single sport, every single team, breaking down the league and what happens on a week-to-week basis. So I'm just glad here to be finally able just to talk about some Dodgers baseball solely. Well, and I guess Giants too, but
right, we're gonna intermix tonight. And speaking of the Giants, let's put her in. Miss Jenny, what's happening?
Hello, guys. How are you guys doing?
Hello, Jenny. We're good.
All right. I'm from SF Giants Hangout in Discord. I have a Discord server, and we talk Dodgers, Giants, and A's.
So, all right. Awesome.
so you fit right in with these two with the Discord, huh?
Yeah. I started back in October 2021, and we're growing the server. We have a lot of nice fans. We have a safe place to talk baseball, and I'm very proud of it.
Well, it's a safe place to talk baseball here. Unless you're playing each other, then the rivalry might get heated.
Yeah, but not trolling, no, like just knowledgeable, no hating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're not going to hear any Manny Machado sized jeers from us, Jenny. We keep it clean. We keep it honest on here.
Oh, great. You know exactly what I mean. Exactly.
Okay, good. I'm glad we clarified that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jenny, are you a football fan as well?
Yeah, I am, of course.
What team is that?
The Niners, and I'm sympathetic with the Raiders as well.
The Niners, huh? I have a lot of Niner. I have a Niner channel too, bringing Dynamite.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
49ers Dynamite. So that's cool. Damien, do you a football guy?
I am. Weirdly enough, I'm an Indianapolis Colts fan.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's not been a great past couple seasons for that, but number 4 draft pick, so there's always something to look forward to.
Who's going to be your starting quarterback next year? Jack Trudeau?
I think they're I don't know. They might bring up Archie Manning back or something.
Yeah, right. No kidding. Jim Irsay seems to love those over the hill former MVP quarterbacks, doesn't he, Damien?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm happy we should have a young guy though this year. So,
right on. Who are you thinking about in the draft?
I'm really fine with any of the top 4. I'm really fine with any of the top 4. If I had a personal preference, I probably am leaning towards Will Levis at the moment. I just think he has the cannon arm, the decision making, his completion percentage is nice. You get him with some actual talent around him, and not playing through injuries, and I think he can be a star.
All right, first draft. That was my first draft talk of the year, I believe. I'm an Indianapolis Colts fan.
So
Jenny, do you guys have any issues going on in your camp? Any position battles we should know about? Any pitching situation?
Oh, okay. You're talking about the Giants now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
And this conversation might go on about the news.
our pitchers are starting all right. I'll say not like perfect, but not also awful. We have won 2 games out of 4. So we're even. Webb had a good start. Harrison had a start today, and it was okay. Cobb had a start. He wasn't very good, but he's very resilient. I'm sure he can improve. He's gonna work more on some adjustments. Manea had a start already, and he was good. He he's feeling better about his speed. He's improving. So about our relievers, Doval was in today, and he gave up a run, unfortunately. Um, Alexander was great also, but he also ended up giving up a run. So, it is what it is.
You got the Guardians tomorrow at 3:05.
Right. Yes. Looking forward for that one. Hopefully we win.
Hopefully you
But
lose.
well, right. Yeah, but you have an amazing team though. The Guardians have an amazing team. So it's gotta be hard. Yes.
All right, so we got that pitching battle going on. I feel the Dodgers' biggest situation just happened. The middle infield is going to be a little bit of a mess unless they figure it out. I'll let you two boys over there tell us what's going on.
Yeah, Jason, go ahead.
Yeah, so obviously you guys heard the news that Gavin Lux is lost for the season with a torn ACL that he suffered in a spring game earlier this week. I think it was on Monday. That's a huge gaping hole, no pun intended, for the Dodgers. And I feel really bad for Lux because it seems like this is really the first time in his career that he really committed himself to being the player the Dodgers expected him to be as that one of those top overall prospects. He committed to a conditioning program this offseason. He committed to working more with weights. He was really, really set in and dialed in. He also went to the Driveline Academy to work on his swing a little bit. I was excited to see what he could do. Also because factoring in that he really had been bounced around to different positions by the Dodgers, whether he was playing in the outfield or playing second or third or first, he didn't have a chance to settle in and show everybody what he could do. And so I was really excited to see what he could do this year. It's just, I feel bad for the guy again. I think right now in the short term, the Dodgers plan is just to kind of plug that hole with Miguel Vargas and then switch off at shortstop every now and then with Chris Taylor and or maybe even Max Muncy, and then move Vargas over to third if Muncy's not playing third. But unless Andy Friedman goes out and gets somebody off the scrap heap who's either a result of a training camp cut or he makes a trade, I think they're just going to have to plan on rotating in and out between Miguel Vargas, Chris Taylor, and Max Muncy at shortstop, and then just, plug in somebody who's not playing that other position.
So what if they moved Taylor to short and brought Mookie in and played second, or went out and signed Miguel Rojas?
They've talked about that. Dave Roberts actually addressed that in the post or in the conference on Monday after Lux's injury, that the possibility has been discussed about bringing Mookie in from right and playing him more at second base, which I'm actually for. Mookie came up as a second baseman when he was in the Red Sox organization, so he at least had some experience playing the position. So yeah, Adam, you're right. I think we'll see a number of different combinations there. The instability is what concerns me. I don't know what kind of production they can expect out of 2 or 3 different guys rotating in and out of the position every single day. But, again, unless Andy goes out and gets creative and finds somebody to bring in off the scrap heap, it's going to be real interesting to see what happens at shortstop this year.
It's moments like this you wish you would have paid someone to stay, huh?
Absolutely. Yeah. But we won't get into that quite yet.
2 times, actually.
Jenny, I see you got a little fan base out there already.
Oh yeah, I can see that. That's so cool. I love it. I'm very involved in YouTube streams. So I'm also moderator for Ham Baby Baseball. So I'm part of the Ham Baby Baseball team. So
and they must be Giant fans too, because they're saying beat out. Already trash talking already, guys.
It never stops, right? It never stops.
No.
Too early. Too early.
I like Miguel Rojas though for the job of shortstop for the Dodgers, and I have Dodgers friend who would also like them to sign Jose Iglesias.
Oh, gotcha. That's a good call there, Jenny. Damien, what do you think about that, man?
Yeah, I mean, Jose Iglesias, I don't know if he's really much more of a difference than Miguel Rojas. I mean, you already have Rojas, who is a good defensive shortstop, who's not going to bring a lot to the plate. But, I like what we're going to see from Miguel Vargas, what we've already seen from him at second base so far. I think the plan really is just Miguel Rojas for most of it, and then Chris Taylor to, kind of come into shortstop when he needs a day off or so. So we've seen Taylor at short. We know what Rojas can do at short. I think the defense will be fine. It's just missing that bat of Gavin Lux, who was supposed to be, there was even kind of a little bit of rumbling that he would going to potentially be the leadoff guy this year. Dave Roberts wanted to move Mookie down in the lineup to 3 or 4, and now you have lost that guy. So you got to figure out what that middle of that order is going to look like, because right now it probably looks like David Peralta is going to get pushed up some more.
Yeah, to see Gavin Lux going down like that, it was so sad. I'm actually a fan of him. So, yeah, even though I'm a Giants fan, I definitely love Gavin Lux. And I was also hoping to see, his breakout season. So it was really sad to see that. But, yeah, it's time to, move on, right? Because you guys have to win some games, right?
Got to.
Yeah. You're right, Jenny. It's the old mantra, next man up.
Would you go out and make a trade? Now that you know Lux is done for the year, what would you do if you were manager? Both of you two, I guess Jenny too, because she's a bit of a Dodgers fan as well.
I'm not a Dodgers fan, but I can talk Dodgers all day.
Damien, I'll let you answer this one first this time.
As far as a trade goes, really the two options out there would either be Willy Adames from Milwaukee or Tim Anderson from the White Sox. Not sure either of those teams are kind of in the selling mode at the moment. So my thought would be just let it ride for now, see what you're at, and then if you need that person at the deadline, maybe one of those two teams are more than willing to, move one of those guys to give you your option.
Yeah, I agree with Dan.
Be dumb enough to trade O'Neill Cruz right now.
No.
Back to the Dodgers. We have Tony Watson. I'm sure we can give him back to you for O'Neill Cruz back.
Listen, O'Neill Cruz is a little better than Tony Watson anymore. All right. I'm just saying. I think if the price was right, they might do it. I don't know why.
Dodgers did it once.
I agree with Damien on that one, Adam. I don't think the Dodgers go out and make a knee-jerk reaction trade right now. I think Andy Friedman will evaluate this thing going up until the last week of spring training before final rosters are set. And if he really feels like he needs to go out and make a deal, then he will. But like Damien said, I think they're just content to kind of plug the hole with Taylor on occasion and then Miguel Rojas as well, and just ride it out now if they don't make a trade. And then once that trade deadline comes around, we know the Dodgers are aggressive at the deadline, so they can get somebody to fill in the short term as well at the deadline.
I think Rojas would bat ninth. His batting has definitely declined over the years.
Yeah, definitely declined. Defensively, last year, Rojas was actually the third highest rated defensive metric player at shortstop. So we know he can still field the ball, but you're right.
Nothing about his defense. Nothing bad about that man's defense. His bat is falling down.
Yeah, he's basically an older version of Cesar Izturis. That's how I view him.
Good name.
Need Raphael for callback, huh?
No, we don't. Actually, Jenny, I'd like to hear your take on this as a Giants fan. Let me tell you this. Since your guys' general manager is our former general manager, Farhan Zaidi, if you were the general manager, what would you do? Would you pull off a trade right now or let it ride till the end of spring and see what happens?
I will do both. If I was the Dodgers, I would sign Jose Iglesias, and I would also trade for a shortstop.
Okay.
More depth never hurts, because injuries happen all the time. And obviously the Dodgers didn't plan for this. So you gotta plan.
Is Yonny Hernandez or Luke Williams ready to step in?
Both have had major league time. So, I don't know if they're willing to or ready to step in as a starter, but as a depth piece and a guy who could fill in occasionally, I don't see why not. I mean, they've both done it.
Yeah. Actually, I think if there's one young guy that's probably ready to step in right now, who is like really, 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 really close to being major league ready, is Michael Busch. He's positioned out at second base. Yanni Hernandez, I still think he'll probably start the season at AA, maybe AAA. I just don't, basically just so they can get him some more at bats to see what he can do. But I would think of all those young guys, Michael Busch is probably the closest to being ready in terms of putting him on that active 40-man roster and or 25-man roster, I'm sorry, to see what he can do. Because he raked last season in Oklahoma City, and he's on the cusp right now of being major league ready.
So might Duger or Zimmer fill in the outfield to let Mookie play in the infield?
Actually, I'm gonna kind of say no to one of those guys. I think Duggar has a better chance to stick than Zimmer, just because of Duggar's experience with the Giants, coming off the bench with them. The guy I'm looking at right now is Jason Hayward. To be honest with you, he made some big adjustments to his swing. He compacted his swing a little bit more, so he's not so wide open, and he just has more of an even swing. It's not just entirely lower body and then upper half late. It's nice of a more even, compact swing. And based on the returns right now, he's so far in the short term, he's had a really good start to the spring. So I would hope that maybe Jason Hayward can be that one surprise guy that we can rely on. Damien, what do you think?
Yeah, I think Hayward absolutely is going to make the roster. I would say even the other outfielder you would look at would be James Outman. He's already on the 40-man roster. Duggar and Zimmer are both non-roster minor league contract guys. They'd have to be added to the roster. The 40-man's already looking tight. Hayward's going to get the spot of Lux pretty much once the 60-day IL goes on. But Outman's a young guy who Dave Roberts has already said is going to get a major amount of playing time this year in center field for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
So what about the veteran Parfar? Oh my gosh. Would you maybe bring that guy in?
My problem is I think they have too many corner outfielders as it is. You're going to have Mookie, you have Hayward, you have David Peralta, you got Trace Thompson, you got Chris Taylor who can play there, Michael Busch who can play there. Like, you have way too many corner outfielders already as it is. You guys got thoughts on that?
It's got to be Jay's dog.
Hold on a second. Molly, shut up. Excuse me for a minute, guys.
Well, just to go back to Johnny Hernandez, I was watching him yesterday, and he looked pretty good, man. I think he might work for your center field or your second base. But as of center field, yeah, Steven Dugar is really good. I hope he makes the team for the Dodgers.
Yeah, just to let y'all know how out of the loop I was, I didn't even know Lux got hurt until Jay said something. That's how, like, my dog came down with Lyme disease on Monday, so I was at the vet all day Monday, and I was a mess. Like, she was not moving yesterday. I thought she was going to die, actually. But I come home from work today, and the meds have kicked in a little bit. She's up, bouncing around a little bit. Looks like her normal self at times, but then she goes and lays down since I've been home. She ate today, and, so I'm feeling better.
That's good.
I'm a little bit behind on my podcasting here today, but, it's understandable. Okay. I have a reason today.
Right. It's all right, man. It's all right. Life happens.
Right?
Yep.
So have you two seen how many times you play each other? Is it 13 or 12?
I think it's 13.
I think it's 13 also.
13,
yeah, we're having
Giants versus Dodgers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 13. Yes. 13 games. Yeah.
I think they did that with all in division. Oh my God, in division games, just so there's an uneven number.
Gotcha. And then also something unique about the schedule this year too. Baseball this year is going to. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're breaking up, Jay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No.
It's all right.
So every team in baseball this year is going to be playing each other. So yeah, I know in previous year you had some cases where like teams from the AL West would play teams just from the NL West, NL Central, AL East, so on and so forth. But this year, every team in baseball is going to play each other. So both in division and out of division. So that'll be interesting to see how that affects everybody too.
And Jay, we have a 4-game set against you. The Pirates do on Labor Day or 4th of July in LA.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I'm actually geeked about that. I normally don't go down to see them play the Pirates, but 4th of July.
We're gonna beat you 3-1 again. We're gonna beat Inns again this year, like we did last year. Anyway,
I
We'll see about
remember that.
you know, here's
Yeah,
the
we'll
funny
see about
thing.
that.
Here's the funny thing. Like the Pirates are good at playing fast baseball, and this pitch clock, I feel that it's going to help this team a lot. I think they have a chance to go 80 and 82. I am living large.
That's great. You have
Yeah.
O'Neill Cruz, like what else do you need?
I know. Hopefully, he turns into Barry Bonds here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already
cool.
saying he wants to go 30 for 30, and then he's like, then he did that little nod. And he's like, maybe 40 for 40.
He cool.
I really like I like Ke'Bryan Hayes too. I think his ceiling is high up there.
He's on fire this spring right now.
Yep, he's batting what 4 something this spring, getting out of the gates.
Last I looked,
He needs to carry that over for once.
I know he has 1 home run at least. I don't know if he's hit another jack or not.
Yeah. So, Jenny, not that Damian and I put too much stock in it, but who are the breakout players we can expect to see on the Giants this year?
Okay, let's see. Well, we're hoping David Villar continues what he did last year.
Yeah.
He finished off with 8 home runs in September, and he's going to be our 3rd baseman. So
Okay.
we're definitely putting a lot of our trust in him, and we just want him to like go out there and do great defensively and hit a lot of home runs.
Awesome.
Yeah. Other than that, we're hoping to see Casey Smith, and Kyle Harrison, but later in the season. But yeah, we're hoping to see those two. Other than that, we signed Haniger, and we're definitely super confident that he can bring a lot of home runs as well. And then Conforto, he's also pretty cool. He's very down to earth, and he should be okay to bring some damage, right?
I gotta be honest with you, Jenny. If Conforto can stay healthy with those short right field dimensions at Oracle Park, and Conforto being a left-handed hitter, I think he is going to benefit from those dimensions, especially Triples Alley. If Conforto can learn how to take advantage of Triples Alley, if he can stay healthy, he can rake. He'll be a big bat for you guys, especially if he's in the middle of that lineup.
Right, absolutely. Also, same as Haniger, like all of his home runs are basically a home run at Oracle Park, so
yeah,
that's pretty cool. But so far they started slowly in the spring training. Like all of our prospects are doing way better. We have a new catcher, Blake Savol.
Okay.
He's competing for the catcher position with Joey Bart and Austin Waynes and Perez. So, but he's leading the team in home runs. He has 2 home runs. He's bringing a lot of runs in too. So. But Joey Bart also has a home run, and Austin wins too. So we'll see. It's a good race for catchers.
I got to ask you, Jenny, real quick. Yeah. Whatever happened to Heliot Ramos? Elliot Ramos,
yeah. Elliot Ramos didn't do well last year. He had a bad season, but he did get a lot of playtime. Right now, he's doing okay. Like he brought in like 2 runs yesterday, so that was cool. So we're hoping he can, because he fall in the prospect list. He's like number 18 right now. But, he could, if he put his in the work, he could do great because back in 2021, he was doing great in AAA.
Yeah, he was once your guys' top prospect overall, so much so that the Giants wouldn't even, dream about trading him.
Yeah, exactly. Also, Luciano as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're not letting him go either. But Luciano is injured though. He had a strain in the lower back.
Okay.
And he's injured, but he's rehabbing, and I don't know if he's gonna have a good season. But yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Any more good questions?
Well, we're hoping Crawford, has a comeback year. This is his last season.
Yeah.
So he really needs a good year in order to keep playing for the Giants. So we'll see about that. Also, Wade Jr. is going to take first base, and they're also teaching Jock Peterson to play first base. We also have, J.D. Davis and Wilmer Flores, who also play first base.
Okay.
So yeah, there's that.
Hopefully the Jock Peterson first base experience is better for you guys than it was for us.
I heard it was horrible in Dodgers.
It was not good. But Jenny, what does the loss of Brendan Belt mean to the team?
Oh, it's really bad because I'm a huge Belt fan. So to me, that was not a good move. But the Blue Jays signed him, so we lost our captain. No more Captain Belt. But a lot of fans were tired of him, unfortunately. But they just don't. Maybe they didn't watch enough games or from Belt. But he's solid. When he's feeling it, he can bring a lot of runs, and he's great defensively. So it's a huge loss on first base. Yeah.
So that's from the Giants' backyard. I was just reading. I didn't have anything on the Giants, Jenny, so I feel lost.
Oh, it's okay.
But that's why you're here, to fill us in.
Yeah, definitely.
So what else is going on, guys? How we doing? What are your predictions on the records for the year? I'm sure Jenny's 13-0, and I'm sure Jason
No.
Damien is 13-0, and it's all good.
No. I'm guessing my prediction since 2021 was 10-9 and 2022 is 4-15. My prediction is going to be 6-7. So 6 for the Giants, 7 for the Dodgers, because I don't like to get ahead of myself. I like to keep it chill and don't think that I'm the best. So I would say like a 6-7.
Yeah, I was thinking about 8-5. Probably on our end.
On your end, gotcha.
On the Dodgers end, yeah. They always play each other tough, but I just think with the couple of losses that they've had, with the losing Belt that way and getting some of the pitchers who the Dodgers have seen quite a bit recently, they've really hit Manaea very well. They hit Wood very well. They've done good against Cobb. Webb and Stripling are going to be. Well, Webb does really great against the Dodgers, but Stripling, that's going to be another. A key cog for that. But I think the other three pitchers the Giants have, the Dodgers have a history of hitting pretty well.
Damien, I just had kind of a scary historical thought. I don't know if you remember, but remember when Dave Roberts pulled Ross Stripling from that no-hitter against the Giants up at Oracle, and he got hacked for it a while back?
I do.
Well, I can just picture a scenario right now where Ross Stripling freaking no-hits the Dodgers at Oracle Park in a freaking Giants uniform, and Gabe Kapler leaves him in to no-hit us.
It's 100% going to happen.
It better not happen.
It's 100% going to.
I know, right? That's just our luck, man. That's just our luck. Jenny, I tossed a mulligan your way, all right?
Thank you. I mean, we're hoping Strip can do really well against you guys, too. And Webb and Cobb is really good too.
Yeah.
We have Disco back as well. He hasn't done well against you guys, but we that's a huge opportunity for him. So he has to prove himself.
Adam, my prediction record-wise, I get for these two teams, I'm going to go a little bit tighter. I'm going to say Dodgers 7, Giants 6.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jenny.
No, it's okay. No, I'm also, I'm not expecting a lot, but I mean, you never know. I could be surprised, maybe.
I like Jenny too. I'm going to go 7-6, but tilt in favor of the Dodgers. Again, I'm agreeing with what Damien said. These teams, again, they either play each other really tough in pitching duels or they out-duel each other in a slugfest. But either way, they're very close, contested games.
Very close. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And it's going to be fun.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what makes this all entertaining. It's all good and fun.
Right.
So let's talk about what's going on. Everyone talks about it so far. I've not heard your guys' opinions on it yet. What do you guys think of the rule changes so far? Now you got to see a little bit of action.
I like so far in the early going, I like the pitch clock. I'm being kind of 50-50 because I realize that at least in the early going, it's going to have as much of an effect on the hitters as it will the pitchers and we didn't really take this into account. We thought all the pressure was going to be on the pitchers to throw that ball before the pitch clock runs down. But, after seeing the way some of these hitters are getting dinged, these guys previously in years past would step out of the box and take 5 or 6 minutes just to adjust their batting gloves 3 or 4 times, get back in, step back out, lather the bat, step back in, step back out. So the pressure is also going to be on the hitters, but I like it though, because the average time of the game right now is down to about 2 hours and 20 minutes in spring versus last season where the average game time, I think, was about 3 hours and 40 minutes. So I like it. It does speed up the game a little bit. But a reason I'm saying 50-50 on it is because it's an experimental thing and there are some things that can still go wrong. Like what's going to happen when batters don't get timeouts? I'm sorry, Adam?
Batters do get 1 timeout per bat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But what happens when it rains? And all of a sudden the bat's soaked and they're trying to dry it off and everything else.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, right.
Did anyone take that into effect yet?
I don't know. And to be honest with you, I never heard a lot of discussion about some of the ancillary issues that could arise from that. Like, for example, having to wipe the moisture off your bat, or even for a pitcher, having to bend down and use the rosin bag to keep his hand dry so the sweat doesn't get his hand too wet. That's something else that needs to be taken into account as well. But in terms of speeding the game up, I like it. As far as the big bases are concerned, I don't like the big bases. I understand why they instituted them. They say it's primarily
they only should have did it at first.
Well, I still don't like it. I mean, they say they did it for safety issues to avoid players colliding with each other when runners go and slide into the bases. But you know what? I don't like it. And some guys also say, well, look, we instituted the bigger bases to incentivize players to steal more, speed the game up that way. I'm sorry. You can make these bases as big as pizza boxes. That's not going to incentivize players to speed up the game by stealing bases. What is going to incentivize them to speed up the game is to change their strategy, implement more squeezes, more suicide squeezes, more bunts, more hit and runs. That, and just when they get on base overall, tell them to go and steal bases. They shouldn't have to make the bases big to encourage them to steal. That's not the way it's done. But again, it is what it is. We'll see how it goes.
So real quick, like I said, I feel it only should have been first base. That should have been the base that got changed. The rest of them were fine to me.
Okay.
They didn't move home plate, obviously. They didn't make it bigger as a pitch zone.
Right.
So why? I mean, first base seemed to be the most contested base out there because of all the collisions, the close plays, and everything else. I feel that base should have been the only one bigger.
Yeah.
So here's a quick question. Now that we got the whole can't bring your shortstop past second baseline, can we bring an outfielder and still have a shift?
I'm going to defer to one of my 2 esteemed colleagues since I pretty much hogged all the camera time on the last question.
I'm just curious. Has anyone thought about this?
Right. Here's the thing. You can. If you technically want to, you can use a 2-man outfield and put your left fielder into short right field. That is not against the rules. You move your center fielder into the left center field gap. You move your right fielder a little bit over towards center field, play a 2-man outfield that way. And you could technically have a shift, but then you're basically only having that 2-man outfield. It's not against the rules to do it. Will we see teams do it? I highly doubt it, but I wouldn't put it past them to try it on a guy like Joey Gallo. Those extremely pull left-handed hitters, I would not be surprised to see them bring that left fielder over and put him right there in right field, because we witnessed it this year. Joey Gallo cannot go the other way.
Damian, I was having a good night until you mentioned Joey Gallo. Jennifer, you need to take over from here, and please don't mention Joey Gallo again.
I wasn't going to talk about Joey Gallo, but I just did, right?
Damn you!
He's all right. No, about the pitch clock, Alex Cobb was saying today that it doesn't feel like baseball. That's what his comment. And so I thought that was pretty interesting. And it's been hard for some pitchers of the Giants to work with this. So we're working hard to adjust to that. I don't like it as much, actually. I know you like it, Jason, but I don't like it as much. For our Giants games, they have been long anyways. So we haven't seen like a fast game yet. So I don't know.
I guess this should have been a question for the show. How many clock outs are we going to get this year? We already saw one this spring.
Well, you've seen plenty.
Oh, now are you talking about total, like accumulated total throughout the season, Adam, or are we talking about like just in the first?
What if Game 7 of the World Series gets called on a clock out?
Oh boy,
it's gonna happen at some point. It's going to happen,
and everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Right?
See, with the pitch clock, they should have just made it 20 seconds overall. If you were to look at it over, I think it was 399 pitchers in the major leagues last year. I think it was 100 of them were over 20 seconds. If you were to do that, the average was about 18 seconds per pitch. If you were to make it 20 seconds like you have with a runner on base anyways, I think you still see your game shortened. And what's Jason went with the bigger bases with the player stealing, I think the pitch clock makes people want to steal more because of the limited pickoff moves. Now, if you pick off twice,
are we going to see a 1-4-3 pickoff?
Could happen.
That would be amazing.
Adam, to answer your question about how many total punch outs we'll see as a result of the pitch clock, I'm just going to throw a random number out there and say 1,050.
Jesus, that's a lot of strikeouts.
That's why I said I'm just throwing a random number out there.
I wasn't ready to see that happen. Then it happened, and I was like, "This is real." Like I didn't realize how affected the batters were going to be also by this. If they're not in the, what is it, with 8 seconds left, it's like a strike or something.
Yeah, I was going to say, not to bring up another bad memory for any of us here, but did you guys see Carlos Correa's at bats today?
No. What happened? Tell me.
He fouled one off, and then he like stepped out of the box like he was, like he normally does, and then he like turned around, looked at the clock, and then like ran back to the box and got in and looked at the pitcher real quick, because he's used to taking a moment and kind of strolling up the base path a little bit and then he realized, or the dugout yelled at him, like, you got like 2 seconds to get in the box or something. And he like ran and got in the box real quick and just looked at the pitcher, because that's the one part of the rule I don't like, is the batter has to be in the box by 8 seconds, but he has to be looking at the pitcher. I don't like that rule. If you're 2 feet in the box, you're 2 feet in the box. I think you should be good to go at that moment.
Yeah, this is going to change managerial strategy a lot too, because managers now are going to have to think ahead in inning strategy as far as what they're going to do, like in regards to pinch hitters and in regards to like defensive shifts, because I don't know if MLB will allot them a certain amount of time to make changes in game as far as shifts and injury replacements or something like that, but managers are going to have to think a lot more on their toes now with this pitch clock, so that's going to affect their strategy big time too.
So how long do they have to
between batters? 30 seconds.
Okay,
yeah.
So that's enough time to make a pitching or batting change and everything else.
Yeah.
Theoretically, yes.
You can make a shift change, especially since you're not able to put your third baseman over in short right field anymore. You should be able to make your move within that little bit of time.
Jay got pissed off and slammed.
Yeah,
that's what's gonna happen during the World Series if a game is decided by the pitch clock. I think a lot of people are gonna break their TV.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you mention Joey Gallo in front of me. I throw my phone in anger.
No.
And Carlos Correa.
And Carlos Correa. Oh, man.
What kind of anger do you guys have towards Correa?
Oh, well.
I mean, I know that I understand the Giants' frustration after this offseason.
Yeah.
And I guess the Astros for the Dodgers up there, huh?
Yeah.
You know what, Adam? I'll be honest with you. Unlike many Dodgers fans, I'm over it.
I never held the grudge in the first place.
I was initially ticked off at first. Like many Dodgers fans still, I was ticked off at first. But here's the thing, all right? It happened in 2017. Was it a raw deal?
No.
Yes, it was. Did the Astros get penalized fairly for what they did? No, they were not apologetic for it whatsoever. But here's the thing. You got to move on. All right. 2017, 2023, and a lot of Dodgers fans are still rubbing a bad stone over what happened. It's like, guys, seriously, get over it. All right. That's 6 years ago that it happened almost. When are you going to let bygones be bygones? Yes, it sucked, but you know what? You got to move on eventually. I've moved on. Do I like Correa any more than what I did in 2017? No. Do I constantly spew out his name in angst? No. I've moved on. Other Dodger fans should move on as well. Get over it. Focus on 2023, not 2017.
Might that be a reason why he didn't go to San Francisco? Because he realized he might be booed every time in Dodger Stadium?
No, that's not the reason why.
Yeah, Jenny, you're better suited to answer that than I think Damian and I are.
I'm just throwing scenarios out there, obviously.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I don't really know. I mean, it's not like the Pirates would ever sign him. I think we have as much total payroll as he makes.
Yeah, right.
No, that wasn't why he signed with us. Their egos were, down, I guess, because we changed the press conference. We suspended it, and they got bad hurt, and they decided to go and sign with the Mets. That's what they did to us. It was a bad faith decision from Boras and from Carlos Correa. Even though he's a great player, I didn't like that. That he was just looking for the money, and also it didn't seem very honest of him, because also the Mets had issues with his physical. So that's to me not honest. And about the cheating, according to some people, half of the teams of MLB were cheating anyways. So yeah, it's time to move on, definitely, and stop the trash talk against the Astros. Absolutely, I agree.
Are the Padres going to be a problem?
Oh yeah, it is. They're going to be a huge problem for the Giants and for the Dodgers.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be a problem. And one thing we've already seen is that their principal owner, Peter Seidler, is not concerned about the luxury tax or the number of zeros at the end of his bank account. This guy is desperate to bring a championship to San Diego. So Padres are going to be a good team this year. They're going to be a scrappy team this year. They're going to be a tough team to beat. That's how they want it, and that's how we want it. Because you know what? It wouldn't be a fun division if we didn't have it that way, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I wish the Giants owners were like the Padres owners, right? Because they're like, oh, well, we're going to spend. And I wish it was the same case for us.
Well, Jenny, correct me if I'm wrong, but don't the San Francisco Giants have like the 5th or 6th highest payroll in all of Major League Baseball?
Right now we're close to 200 million.
Okay, so you guys aren't exactly you're not exactly spending money hand over fist, but you can afford to back up the Brinks truck, as we saw with Carlos Correa when they thought they had him in the bag.
Yeah, or we could afford, bringing back Carlos Rondon, which was fantastic with us, and we didn't. So that's also a huge loss. But we got Strip, so, so hopefully Strip is our Rondon. We'll see.
Adam's thinking intently over there.
Oh no, I was just looking. I was trying to find payrolls real quick.
Okay.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I was typing real quick to try and find it.
Got it.
I did not find it, obviously. I knew you guys stopped talking and then you said my name. I'm like, oh shit. Oh. Anyway, looking up.
I'm looking up right now.
I know my team is on I think we're 3rd lowest in the whole thing.
That's good.
I think Seager and Simeon make as much as the Pirates' whole payroll.
Yeah, the Pirates' payroll right now is 60 million. They're 28th ranked.
We're awesome.
The Giants are 13th ranked at the moment with 173 million.
No, I thought it was 190, but okay.
Something happened. Where are the Dodgers? 6th?
5th.
So who's the Yankees is 1st?
Mets,
The
actually.
Mets.
That's the 1st.
Second, the Phillies?
No, 2nd's the Yankees, then the 3rd
Oh,
Phillies,
yeah.
then
Gotcha.
Padres.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But
So
I just wanted
we
both.
got Serge, we got Max and Justin joining each other again in New York.
Yeah.
Just like the good old Detroit days, right?
So it looks like the
should that be fun to watch, or they a little washed?
I think it'll be fun. I mean, Verlander won a Cy Young last year.
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be all right.
So.
Well, they get the juice balls in New York, right? So, and the
Yankees.
and the amps also help them. So like, I guess they'll be all right.
So, what are your projected lineups, guys? Any thoughts yet, or do we get that far, or are we just playing it year by year, day by day?
I have kind of a projected lineup. Who wants to go first? I don't know.
You go ahead. I have one as well. So Jason, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So this is, and keep in mind, this is very preliminary. But my projected lineup right now, I still have for the Dodgers Mookie batting leadoff. Again, I know what Damien said earlier about Dave wanting to get Mookie out of that leadoff spot holds true, but I think there will be a lot of times where Mookie still bats leadoff. So right now, I'm keeping him in that.
I'm sorry. Home run today? Was that a leadoff home run today?
Leadoff home run.
The stadium.
Dave Roberts, you're not moving me anywhere.
Yeah, right. So I still have Mookie leading off. I still have Freddie Freeman batting second behind him. I love Freeman and that left-handed bat in the 2 spot. I have, now this might kind of surprise some people, but I have JD Martinez, the DH, batting third. Martinez obviously can't do much defensively anymore, but he hits left-handed hitters very well, and I think he's going to benefit from those dimensions at Dodger Stadium. I like him batting third. Now, I like Will Smith batting cleanup because there was a point last year where Smith actually had a period of about, I think, 15 or 20 games where he batted in the cleanup spot, and he hit over 310 in that position. So I like him batting cleanup. I like Chris Taylor batting fifth right now. David Peralta batting sixth. And I like Peralta there because, again, he hits left-handed pitching very well. And you need to get some production in the bottom of that lineup, which is what the Dodgers did not have a lot of last season, was a lot of offensive production from the 6, 7, 8, and 9 spots. And then to round out my 3 in the lineup, I have Trace Thompson at 7, Vargas at 8, and then Miguel Rojas at 9. That's just a very preliminary starting 9 right there.
So where'd you have Muncy?
I have Muncy slated right next to JD Martinez. Like I have JD Martinez, Damien, and then / Max Muncy at DH, knowing that Dave can probably mix those 2 guys between designated hitter, and then Muncy can still play in the field as well. So you can interchange Muncy with Taylor, Muncy with Rojas at third on occasion too. So I kind of have him squeezed in there. Muncy will obviously be the starter, and probably he'll take over for maybe JD in the 3 spot. But yeah, he'll factor into that as well.
I'll run through mine real quick just because he mentioned all the names already. But I have Mookie batting leadoff, Freddie batting 2, JD batting 3, and then I like Muncy in the 4 hole, Will Smith in the 5 hole, David Peralta at the 6 hole, and then Miguel Vargas in the 7, Miguel Rojas in the 8 hole, and then Trace Thompson in the 9 hole because I like Thompson's speed to be able to get the 9th hole and be kind of a second leadoff type bat.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, I don't argue with those lineups. They seem fine to me.
Oh no, just do the Giants. We're not going to play that. We're not going to play this game. I haven't even looked.
To the Giants. All right. So I got Wade Jr. for leader hitter, then David Villar second, third Mitch Haniger, fourth Wilmer Flores, then Tyro Estrada, because they like to play Wilmer Flores, then Tyro Estrada. I've seen that a lot. Then I'll go with Conforto, and then I'll go with DH, Jock Peterson. And the catcher, which I think it could be Sabol or Joey Bart at 8, and then 9, Jazz, Mike Yastrzemski.
And for my Buccos, since we're in the NL, I'm going Cruz, Reynolds, Hayes. I'm going to a wild card here and saying Choi's going to bat in the back cleanup, and then McCutchen, then Santana, then then Jake Sawinski, then Castro at second, and Austin Hedges behind the plate to start the year.
That is the exact lineup that Fangraphs projects for the Pirates at the moment.
Wow.
Really?
Identically. Yeah.
No way.
Wow. You gotta
Yeah,
love
you're
Fangraphs.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess maybe I'm on to something.
Yeah.
I think so.
Hey, Fangraphs listens to the show.
But that's the way I have it. Any other rule changes that we need to talk about, kids?
Oh, actually, yeah, I had a question. Are they? We know they're going to keep the ghost runner rule
Oh, yeah.
for the regular season in 2023. That is that rule going to carry over into the postseason this year as well? Because they did it in the postseason only, I think, last year, but they're going to implement it all season long throughout regular season and postseason this year, right?
No.
No.
No postseason.
Not
No.
postseason.
No.
No.
Okay.
Like that kind of makes me question what they're going to do with the pitch clock, because if there's a lot of strikeouts on a clock out, are they going to get rid of the pitch clock for playoffs so it's not interfered with?
No.
Yeah, that's a very good question.
That's a great question. I have no idea.
Yeah.
And obviously, we're not in the headquarters of MLB to get an answer on that. But
Maybe
But
one of us should be, because we probably run it better than Manfred would.
Right. It's actually a good thing I'm not there, because I would strangle the living life out of Rob Manfred.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yes. One of those new things that are bringing in are the advertisements and the pictures.
Yeah.
Uniform. They're huge, and depending if you're a righty or a lefty, like you get.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
It's horrible.
I noticed that on the Padres, where left-handed hitters had it on the right sleeve, and then right-handed hitters had it on the left sleeve.
Yeah.
Like it seems really, really weird.
Yeah, just MLB
what
just trying
happens
to
if you're a
make
switch
money.
hitter?
You're gonna have it on both, I guess.
That's gonna backfire then.
Yeah.
So what happens on a foul ball on this pitch count? Is it the same amount of time? I mean, does it start as soon as it fouls into the crowd?
No,
Or
it's
when
pretty
does
much
the clock start?
The clock starts when the pitcher gets the ball back on the mound.
So
So
the
whenever the
umpire
pitcher
kinda-
catches the ball.
So the umpire kind of controls that.
Yeah.
I heard one of the spring training games went 206. I don't know who it was, but I heard that.
I want to say it was Blue Jays and was it Blue Jays Marlins, or I think they were playing a National League team. I don't know who, but I think it was Blue Jays. Adam, I'll have to look that up.
I just remember seeing some stuff. Like I
Yeah.
said, I got really thrown off my dog this week, so
I'm
Might
sorry.
have been Blue Jays Phillies. I know they played this week.
Yeah, I think it was Blue Jays Phillies. One of those two.
So was that the only clock out and strikeout this year? Was the one that made Twitter like went pretty viral? Was that the only one so far this year in the
Where
spring
it
training?
ended the game.
Yeah,
No, yeah,
There-
I remember that one.
That's the
that
only
was
one
the
that ended
Braves
the game.
and
Red Sox.
Red Sox. Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's happened. I think one happened today in the Dodger game, actually, if I'm not mistaken. We've seen automatic walks too. I know David Peralta got a automatic walk the other day.
Yep.
what is
I think
it?
they're
Was
facing
that
the
like an
Brewers.
intentional walk or what?
No, it's pretty much where if the pitcher doesn't pitch the ball within the time of the pitch clock, the batter gets a ball.
Yeah.
So the pitcher didn't throw the ball in time and gets a ball, and it was a 3-2 count, and you automatically got a walk to first base.
Yep.
Technically, they're taking away the power from the pitcher. The power to control their own game. That's what they're doing,
Yeah.
basically.
So this would be like an old timers like paradise. 'Cause they would always just get the ball and fire it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. This will harken back to the days of Whitey's rug burners. For those of you who don't remember back that far.
Like Whitey
Well-
Ford days, huh?
Actually, when Whitey Herzog managed the St. Louis Cardinals back in the early 80s, they were known as Whitey's Rug Burners. The reason why is because even though they had some power guys in the lineup like Jack Clark, they were known more for speed on the bases and solid defense up the middle. They had guys like Jose Oquendo, Willie McGee, Tommy Herr, who would get on base, and they would just run like jackrabbits. I mean, they made the game like a living carousel, and that's why they were called Whitey's Rug Burners. Yep.
And there's your stat you did not know for the day. You learned something new today.
Yep. Whitey's Rug Burners. But yeah, if anything, Adam, the pitch clock, we already know it's going to speed up the game, but it definitely will. It'll bring the excitement that a lot of the pundits and a lot of the pontificators want back in the game.
You think it's going to get rid of analytics?
No. Analytics is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. I think front offices are going to be forced to rethink analytics in terms of how they implement them within the game and in-game strategy. But analytics will still be here. They're not going anywhere. It's still being used to shape major league front offices, clubhouses, the way they scout, draft, evaluate talent. So it's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. Just in a different form.
Yeah. And you've already heard hitters talk about it with the preparation. And they're saying they have to be a lot more prepared coming into the game rather than looking at the numbers in the dugout or watching video in the dugout. You kind of have to have all that stuff done beforehand.
Yep.
So they're going to have to hire a guy to do this pregame and during the game.
No, most teams already have it.
Yeah.
I mean, the Dodgers have Danny Laham. He was pretty much that guy already. And then now he got moved to the bench coach, but he's continuing that role. He was literally just the analytic guy.
I feel we're gonna see some good baseball still though without the whole shift and all that. I think we're gonna see left-handers finally be able to get a hit.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, right. It would. That's what I'm looking forward to the most, is seeing what the game will look like without the shift as much, because all of the advocates of the shift say, well, if major league hitters are good enough, they'll be good enough to hit against the shift. So why get rid of it in the first place? But I mean, here's the thing. The shift has become so prevalent now that it's muddling down offenses for some teams, and it's taken away from the strategy of the game. So yeah, I love it. Get rid of the shift. Let's see what happens when we get rid of it. And then if it completely goes to high hell and it blows up in our faces, the people who told me I was an idiot on Twitter for saying the shift needs to go away can call me an idiot till they're blue in the face. I don't care. But I love it. I want to see what the game is like without the shift as prevalent as it has been the last decade or so.
I agree completely. I like that too.
Look, I have a 6'9" shortstop. Should be all right.
You have a 6'9" shortstop who has an arm like a howitzer, Adam.
Got an arm like a cannon. Jeez.
He does, man. He's like Roberto Clemente at short.
I just can't get excited because the Pirates are just, someone's going to come barking.
Oh.
Someone's going to come barking
I remember excitement the city of Pittsburgh had for the Pirates back in 2014, 2015, when you guys hosted the wild card games both years at PNC Park, one of the most beautiful ballparks in America. I saw the excitement that Pittsburgh got back for its baseball team. I really, as a baseball fan overall, I hope that happens again, because believe it or not, I think baseball is better when the Pirates are better, just like it's better when the Dodgers and the Yankees are better. Baseball is better when the Giants aren't better, but that's just my own opinion.
I actually don't agree with that. I think that baseball is better when the Dodgers and the Giants are better. So.
Better answer, Jenny. I like that. Thank you.
I thought it was more exciting on the first go around whenever we had Russell Martin and all them back in the 2010 era. When Plato dropped that ball and then all of a sudden Martin hit the home run right after it. I thought that was more exciting because that was our first time to the playoffs in 30, 40 years.
1983, I think, was the last year, wasn't it?
Oh, really?
No, 1992, 93.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
And then that guy Barry couldn't throw out Sid Bream at home plate.
By the way, Bream, there's no way Bream was safe. Mike LaValliere made that tag. Bream was out.
You can look at it a million times. He was safe. You know,
He's not exactly fleet of
I
foot.
talked to Sid Bream because he still lives in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I go, just film me. Just tell me you were stealing. Just tell me you were stealing. And he goes, I wasn't stealing. And I nearly fell. I was like, so Barry Bonds couldn't throw you out from short left. And he just started laughing. He just started laughing. I mean, that was a memorable thing. I mean, that was my moment. Like I just felt it like I just sat on my parents' chair at my house for like an hour. I wouldn't move. I mean, I just felt like that was the end. Like that was the end of the era. The Pirates or the Penguins lost to the Islanders. Didn't get a chance to three-peat that year. It was just a long year.
I feel you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm sorry.
But then we ended up getting the greatest Game 7 pitching matchup of all time in the World Series. Jack Norris and John Smoltz.
Minnesota Twins, Atlanta Braves, 1991. That game went extra innings. That was game 1 of that series, right?
No, it was Game 7.
Game 7, yeah, that's right. Yep.
Well, that was 90. We played the Braves in 91 and 92. We lost both.
Yes. Yeah, correct.
So I get my years mixed up, but I'm allowed.
Oh, that's all right.
I'm allowed. We didn't go any further, so it doesn't matter. But here's a little stat for you. The Steelers and the Pirates have the same amount of playoff wins over the last decade. 3.
Wow. That's crazy.
Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there.
Adam, if it means anything to you, I think the Pittsburgh Pirates have more career victories over the LA Dodgers. I'm going to look that up right now.
Oh, I think so.
I know we beat you last year. What, 5-2? Jay, is that what the way the series went? 5-1.
Well, yeah, you guys steamrolled us last year, man. I think it was.
That's so
Kenny,
cool.
I don't know what we did against you. I'm sorry, I did not look. I don't know what we did against you.
Let me see. I thought I looked. Hold on.
All right, I'm looking up something here
still
right
have
now.
Daylight out there, don't you?
No, it's nighttime right now.
It's nighttime. Yeah, I forgot, but we actually we won the series against you guys. I think we won 3-1 or something.
So we played the Dodgers more than the Giants?
Yeah. I think so.
Damien, you're awful quiet down there.
No, you guys are just going. I'm just listening to it.
I'm sorry, Damien. We'll let you get some words in.
You're fine. I don't know. I mean, you guys were talking about games before I was even thought of, so.
Yeah. Me neither. I don't know about those games either, Damien. Don't worry.
I don't want to say when I was born because I don't want them to get mad and kick me off.
Oh, no.
You're fine.
We're fine.
Yeah, I just remember, like, I'm always going to be a Barry Bonds fan, regardless of the whole situation, whatever he went through. I'm always going to be a Barry Bonds fan.
Of course, because
he might be an arrogant piece of shit asshole, but he's on the baseball field. That hand-eye coordination, no one's going to top that.
He's amazing, and he's been at the camp of the Giants camp too. Also, Hunter Pence and Buster Posey.
I saw Hunter Pence's name was something about politics or something today on, what was it, Google?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I got a hello. I don't know from here though.
I don't see
anyone?
anything about Pence.
No.
No.
I don't know. No idea.
It might be someone I follow. Who knows? I'm not sure. Anyway.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Hello, AJ.
Hello.
Yeah, Adam, I was a big Andy Van Slyke fan back in the 90s.
I was a big
You have all the shirts back there, huh?
Yeah, I don't know where my Chico Lean jersey went.
Oh no, Jose Lean?
Chico.
Chico Lean.
Jay Bell and Chico. That's the one thing the Pirates have always had is a really good double play combination. Whether it was
Right.
Jack Wilson and Pokey Reese, Jack Wilson and Jose Castillo, Jay Bell, Chico Lind, who else? Okay, that might have been the ones that I remembered. But anyway, they always were turning double play balls.
Yep.
Which is what you want. The double plays are the best, you know. Like, it's so easy, right?
Right?
They make it look easy.
They make it look easy, but yeah, that's the way to go for sure. Or a triple play, like I was talking about that the other day. Triple plays are so cool.
I got a dock. I'm not used to having there's a little screen above my head and I couldn't see it. Can you guys see me all right? Or is that
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I just couldn't see myself, so I was like, I wonder if they can. Anyway, guys, do we have anything else going on? It's been an hour. Jay, I know we're used to going a lot longer than this, but no.
Well, my prediction against the Pirates, Giants versus Padres is 6 games. So I would say 5-1 Giants taking 5 wins.
Let me find the sheet. I did have a sheet from last week. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me find it.
Jenny coming in strong there.
Right at the end of the show. She saved that till the end.
Yep.
She did. I love it.
It's based on what we did last year against you guys, you know. So
where is my sheet? I will find it, Jenny.
I know where it is.
Oh, geez, my camera just got all blown up.
I'm gonna predict the Dodgers have 0 wins against the Pirates this year.
0 wins? Wow, that's
that way.
prediction.
That way, we're just looking up.
Yeah, perfect. That makes sense. I'm gonna be watching every game. I mostly watch all the games of the Dodgers last season, so that was fun.
Yeah.
And I was doing play-by-plays for the Giants at Discord.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I get to learn more about the players and about what really happened, and it's pretty cool. It helps me, be comfortable with what I know, with my knowledge. Nobody can tell me what happened.
Right.
I saw what happened and I wrote it down and I did the play-by-play. So yeah, I love that.
All right, I can't find my notebook.
That's
That's
what fantasy baseball does for me. It just keeps me engaged in all the games.
Oh.
Yeah, I just got asked to be in a dynasty.
That's what I'm in. We're going into year 4 right now. It's tough. Got to know all your prospects and everything.
Yeah, this year is my first fantasy baseball, so it's gonna be fun.
It's a lot to keep up with. I'll say that.
Really? Okay. Well, I'm gonna be busy.
So Jenny, are you familiar with a former ball player by the name of Edgar Renteria?
Of course, Colombia.
Okay, he's from. Is he originally from Cartagena or is he from Barranquilla?
Cartagena.
Okay, yeah. He was. I think he was World Series MVP for either the Marlins or the Cardinals, and then he had some good years there with your Giants.
Yeah, for the Marlins, he started with the Marlins. He was World Series MVP, and then the Giants as well. Yeah, no, he was amazing. And also, lately, Donovan Solano was a key player.
Right.
For the San Francisco Giants.
Well, there was a guy I used to watch playing. He was one of the last guys who played for the old Montreal Expos. His name was Orlando Cabrera, and he's from Colombia as well.
Oh.
And Orlando Cabrera, after the Expos packed up their tents and moved to Washington, Cabrera ended up playing with the Angels for a couple years. I think he also played for the Adam, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Orlando Cabrera play for the Indians at one point?
I believe he did.
I think he did. Yeah, but Cabrera was solid defensively, and he wasn't that bad of a hitter either. He was pretty good.
Nice. I should look into that.
Yeah,
So
look him up.
Learning about Colombians.
Yeah, Orlando Cabrera. He played in the early to mid 2000s is when he played. Was kind of the height of his career.
Okay, definitely.
He retired in 2011.
Yeah, retired in 2011. Thank you, Damien.
Mm-hmm. Did not play for the Pirates, actually.
Nope.
Played for Montreal, Boston, the Angels, White Sox, Oakland, Twins, Reds, Cleveland, and San Francisco.
He did play for
I knew he
Cleveland.
played for
Okay.
Cleveland.
Oh,
I couldn't remember
sick.
the years, Damien. I just
Sick.
I
Yeah.
knew he played for Cleveland. I just didn't know the years.
It was just 2011. He played 91 games there, and I'm guessing they traded him to the Giants, and he played 39 games there and then retired.
Oh.
Hey, here's a quick trivia question for you guys. Who is the only Peruvian-born player in Major League Baseball right now?
Oh,
Caribbean?
Oh, gosh.
Peruvian. From Peru.
I could not tell you.
Oh man, no, I don't know.
He's a left-handed pitcher for the Miami Marlins by the name of Jesus Luzardo. Jenny, he was once the top pitching prospect for your Oakland Athletics.
The best pitching prospect or the one?
At one time, Jesus Luzardo, who is from, I think he's from La Paz originally. He's from Peru. He was once the top valued pitching prospect for the A's, and then the A's traded him to the Marlins in one of their annual dumpster fire sales. And he's still pitching. He's still pitching for the Marlins.
Nice. Okay, that's so cool.
Jesus Luzardo.
Nice. Okay, good to know. Thank you, Jason.
Right? Aren't I such a treasure trove of freaking South American baseball knowledge?
That's why I love you, Jay.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you.
So we're get this. We're at you guys, Jay, for 4th of July.
Yeah.
And we're at Jenny's Oracle Park Labor Day.
Interesting West Coast swing there. You gotta love it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find this whole schedule, but all I got is May 29th, 30th, and 31st.
Right.
So do you guys have any games you guys are already planning to go to this year?
Of course. Of course. I'm going to my first game on March 27. It's going to be Giants versus A's. It's still spring training, but right before the season starts. It's my first one. Then I'm going to the home opening of the A's and the home opening of the Giants.
Nice.
Look at you, travel bug.
Yeah. I'm already going on the 14th, the day before Jackie Robinson Day, because it's Cody Bellinger's first game back in LA, and he's my favorite player. So.
Oh, you're a Billy fan. Nice.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That is the only World Series jersey I wanted from the Dodgers was Cody Bellinger. It's just something about, I don't know why, there's just something about number 35 there that I don't know.
Yeah, I got the blue one, the one they wear for spring training. I have that one right there. And actually, I got this art piece. I still haven't bought a frame for it, but some guy like hand drew. He's from Dodgers Twitter, but he hand drew like a Cody Bellinger thing from like when he was in the World Series. It's really, really cool. Let me go see if I can actually pull it out real quick.
So my wife and I are probably going to go down and watch the Dodgers play the Cubs down at the Ravine April 14th through the 16th, or we're going to watch them play the Mets at the Ravine April 17th to the 19th. We haven't decided which of the first series we're going to go see yet.
I'll be there on the 14th.
You will, huh?
Yeah.
Well, hey, if I go down there, man, if you have a Twitter handle, let me know. I'll hit you up and we'll
absolutely
find each other.
Get this thing out of here.
And by the way, Adam, I just want you to know I'm still committed to trying to find a way to fly back there in your neck of the woods, man, and hook up.
Absolutely. I don't even know when you're here. Oh yeah, I do. It's right here. April 25th through the 27th, and that's it.
Yeah, I won't be able to get back to the East Coast that soon.
Right, it's only in a month.
Yeah, I have some cousins that live in Wayne, Pennsylvania. So I haven't seen them in a while. Give me a good reason to go out there and see them.
I'm excited. I'm going to be able to meet a lot of the Niner podcasters whenever they play the Steelers. That's going to be fun.
Oh, wow. That will be fun.
I know I'm a Steeler fan, but like at the same time when Gina left, I had to pick up the channel. So I got to meet and talk to them, and I kind of drew into a little love for the Niners again.
All right, yes.
even though Eddie DeBartolo totally screwed up our Mauler jerseys.
Oh, go Pack, go!
That's a nice drawing for Cody Bellinger, Damien. That's a nice drawing. I like it.
Is that one out here?
So Jenny, between the A's and the Giants, how many games do you try and make it to every single year?
Well, it's going to be this. Well, last season I did a lot of Giants and only did like 4 A's games. But
Okay.
the season
right,
before
so
that, I did.
Eddie the Bartolo Sr. owned the Pittsburgh Maulers in the 80s, and his son owned the Niners.
Wow.
So there was no way that Eddie DeBartolo Sr. was going to give Pittsburgh the black and gold colors with his son owning the Niners. There's no way.
No way.
I have my whole theory on this whole USFL thing. But I mean, I just probably don't want to hear the USFL stuff, huh?
So seriously, Adam, when you pulled that off of the rack back there, I seriously thought that was a New York Islanders jersey for a minute.
That's funny. That was my
Seriously.
first hockey jersey I ever got.
Let me guess, Brian Trottier?
There was no name on the back.
Oh, okay.
My mom
okay.
just got it because I played hockey on the street. Back when kids played on the streets and didn't get in trouble. But she's like, if you want to destroy a jersey, destroy this one. And I was like, okay. So that was the first jersey I got. And then my birthday, I got a Lemieux jersey.
Nice.
That is like this big.
Nice. Jenny, how many jerseys do you have, if any at all?
I don't have any jerseys. I don't, but I have a bunch of T-shirts.
That's okay. No worries.
Yeah, it's okay. I know. Eventually, when I get more money, yeah, I cannot afford it so far. They're too expensive.
It's okay.
Sorry, Jenny, I don't have it.
You don't have any of the Giants or the Niners?
I don't have it out. I don't have it out here. I don't think.
Oh, okay.
No, I have an Eric Davis jersey.
Woo!
Not the baseball player.
Not the baseball player.
The football player.
Yeah, hard hitting Eric Davis.
Right, the old cornerback.
Yes, sir.
And his name is spelled exactly the same as Eric Davis, the baseball player.
Right. I still think that just reminds me of the Big Red Machine, Jay. Eric Davis, right? Chris Sabo, Barry Larkin.
Oh man, that 1990s Reds team. Chris Sabo, Spuds, Barry Larkin, Paul O'Neill was on that team. They had the Nasty Boys, Norm Charlton, Randy Myers,
Rob Dibble.
Yep, love the Nasty Boys.
Yep.
As you can tell, Jenny, I'm an old guy.
Oh, that's okay.
Adam just dated me there. Way to go, Adam.
I think I'm the same age as you, ain't I?
I'm 47.
Oh no, you got me by 3.
Nice. Damien, how old are you?
Yeah, Damien, you might as well say it now. I'm gonna go 19.
I'm gonna say he's 32.
26.
26.
Nice.
Wow, Jenny, do we dare ask?
No, don't ask.
All right. It's okay.
Yeah. I love every year, though. Loved it. Great.
Every year is 21, right, Jenny?
Sure.
Nice.
Anyway, guys, it's been fun.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, you guys.
Look at this. Everybody, Dodgers and Giant fans are getting along.
Yeah.
To those of you who are watching either live or later on, let this be proof: Giants fans and Dodgers fans can coexist in the same universe.
Absolutely, yeah. And we're here to give a good example for the fan bases. So.
Yep, absolutely. I'm proud of that.
I always try to have fun with all my guests, Jay. You know that.
I do, Adam. I know. It's all good. It's all good.
Dan, we'll start with you. How do people get a hold of you, man? Obviously, you didn't put your Twitter handle on there like everyone else did.
Oh, I guess I should have. So my personal Twitter handle it's D Line Drive. So pretty much just D, like my first name, the first 4 of my last name, and then Drive. It's a play off my last name and also from baseball, Line Drive. for that one.
Oh,
And then
Dylan Drive. Okay.
yeah. And then if if you guys want to follow along with my podcast that I have, we're on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's called the Bat Flip Podcast. We upload weekly. During the season, we're weekly. During the off season, we're every other week. But we're going through division breakdowns right now. So we've just completed the AL the past 3 weeks and going to start the NL here soon.
What's the name of the podcast again? Sorry.
Bat Flip Podcast.
Bat Flip Podcast. Okay.
I love it. When it popped up, it said recommended in your search, and I was like, "Who the hell are these guys?" And then all of a sudden, I just I just messaged. I was like, "What's your teams?" Now here we are.
Yeah, here we are. It's easy. I'm easy to get a hold of and keep track of.
And the one guy is a Cubs guy, right? And then the other guy was
Braves. Yep.
Braves.
So we got Matt, who's Braves. He lives in Alabama, and then we got David, who is a Cubs fan who lives in Chicago. Actually, I went back there this last year in September and went to Wrigley Field for my first time. So that was a nice, fun experience.
Wrigley is a blast.
Yeah.
Did you go in the Harvey store? I mean the bar?
Yeah. Yep. Did that. I told them, like, look, if I'm coming to Chicago, we got to do the whole experience. So we walked all around downtown, went and saw Soldier Field, went to Wrigleyville, and pretty much went in every single place we can go there. And
Did you eat a deep dish?
Yeah.
We did eat a deep dish from Portillo's.
Okay. See what
Is that the one on the corner, right beside the train track?
We did it a different day. We didn't do it when we were actually in the city. My buddy lives in Schaumburg, so we were kind of over there, but same idea.
So Damian, when I went there in 2016 to watch the Dodgers play at Wrigley, I had my deep dish at Giordano's, which was amazing, by the way, and went to Harry Carey's Steakhouse, which was freaking amazing as well.
Nice. We did not go to a steakhouse. So actually, sorry, it was Giordano's I went to. Portillo's is where we got the Italian beef at.
Got it. Yeah, Giordano's is good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So how many stadiums have you seen, Dame?
I've seen Petco, Anaheim, Dodger Stadium, and Wrigley. So I plan on going to. I haven't completed everything. I do plan on going to Oracle Park.
I meant the California swing. You haven't seen everything there yet.
No, I do plan on going to Oracle or AT&T or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
In the next year or so. My buddy and his wife are Giants fans, so
all right.
We're planning a trip to go up there and go experience it a little bit. But
oh well, that's amazing. Well,
Jenny, what stadiums have you been to?
Just the A's and the Giants stadiums, and also the Ports of Stockton. Actually, Ports of Stockton too. I'm a Ports fan as well.
Have you been to Levi?
No, but I was at no, not at Levi's, but I went to Candlestick. Yeah, I used to live by Candlestick, so it was fun. Yes.
Jay, where have you been?
I've been to all the California ballparks. I've also been to Safeco Field up in Seattle when it was still called Safeco. Now it's called T-Mobile Park. I've also been to Wrigley. I have also been to the ballpark at Arlington, which was the Rangers' old stadium before they moved into Globe Life. And I also had a real thrill as a kid when I went to the old Yankee Stadium back in 1996.
When I was born.
Nice. I just dated you there, Damian. Booyah.
Finally got that date, huh?
Yeah. Those are all the ballparks I've been to so far.
I'm planning to go to Dodgers
Fenway was the best. Sorry, Jenny. Sorry, Damian.
It's okay, no worries.
What were you saying?
I want to go to the Dodgers Stadium for sure. Hopefully this year or next year, but for sure I want to go to Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
I have not been to any California stadiums.
Oh.
So my goal is to get there. My goal is to see them.
Gotcha.
I'm talking to 3 Californians right now.
Yep.
Nice. Of course, yeah.
But I've been to Safeco when it was Safeco. I also went into Quest, or what's it called now, Lumens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been Been to Wrigley. I didn't get to go to Soldier though, so Damon, you got that one. But like I said, Fenway was that was fun. That Boston trip was fun.
I want to go to
highly recommend
Fenway.
going there.
Fenway, sorry. Yeah, I want to go there too. People says that it's pretty cool. Probably
We
also
sat,
go to
we sat
Chicago.
right beside the Monster, and but if you're gonna get tickets, I don't know if they still do it, but if you get tickets on the day they go on sale, your name gets printed on them, whoever paid for them. So
Very
I thought
cool.
that was I thought that was really neat.
Yeah,
But
that's
I waited 7.5 hours when internet was still at the maybe the AOL style.
Cool. Oh boy, you've got mail.
You did the right voice.
No, I don't think
Thank you.
it was that bad, but trying to get tickets on opening day at Fenway Park, even though they were playing the Pirates, it still took 6 hours.
Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah, that was back in 2005 when we did.
That's not that
did
bad.
the Yankee. What's that?
That's not that bad. Like 6 hours is pretty easy to drive, you know.
Of just sitting on the computer hitting the refresh button.
Me?
No, me. That's what I was doing, looking for tickets, trying to get tickets for that game.
Gotcha.
Talk about spending your day off on the computer.
Yeah, right.
Damn.
But yeah, I mean, I thought Marlins Park was pretty cool too. All the bobbleheads whenever you get in there, and that was when I was there. They still had the fish tank behind home plate. They don't have the fish tank there anymore.
Should have never taken that out.
No. That was my son's first away ballpark.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool. Anyway, we have any other thoughts for this episode, guys?
Just to let you know, guys, my socials, SF Giants hang out together for Twitter. And then if you guys want to join my Discord server, you guys are invited. We have Dodgers fans, A's fans, and Giants fans. So I will put
you might have a Pirates and Guardians fan.
Yeah. Please, that'll be awesome. And
send me the link and I'll join it.
Okay, great. Can I also post it on the comments on the YouTube stream?
Yeah, you can post it on my page if you want to too. That's fine.
Okay,
Get it
great.
out there.
All right, awesome. Yes, and also I'm a DJ in SoundCloud. It's Jenny Loco, my name as a DJ. So if you guys are into electronic music, please listen to my sets.
All right, thank you, Jenny. You don't seem local, but I like the name though.
Exactly. I'm not saying that I'm crazy. It's just Jenny.
I know.
Loco.
I'm giving you a hard time. Time.
Thank you. I appreciate.
Maybe she says Jenny Loco whenever she's around Dodger fans to make it seem like she's crazy.
We make each other. We make each other crazy.
Yeah.
That makes the whole rivalry. Oh my god! That makes the whole rivalry, don't it?
It makes it worth it. Yeah.
It's a 3-hour trip between the two teams, right?
Yep. Well, it depends where you live. If you're making the drive from LA to San Francisco or San Francisco to LA, you're looking at about close to a 6.5 hour drive. From Fresno to San Francisco, it's about 3.5 hours. So it's shorter from Fresno to San Francisco than it is from LA to San Francisco.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the state is so spread out. I have no idea the time differences and
you could drive. You could drive for 12 hours from the bottom to the top and not get through it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Literally, if you were to drive from Redding, California, which is way up north, down to San Diego, California, it would take you almost an entire day to get from the north to the southern part of California.
Mm-hmm. I have.
Is that including all the traffic you're going to hit in LA?
That's including all the traffic. Yep.
So if there's no traffic, it would be a lot shorter.
You give or take a couple hours. Yeah, probably.
So what would be the best time to do this trip to try and plan LA?
Well, the thing with LA is that it doesn't really matter what time of the year you go. You're always going to run into the traffic.
So
I
no,
would.
I meant Jay,
Oh.
I guess all you guys. If you were planning your trip, what time would you leave to try and make it
Oh.
through LA the quickest?
Oh,
I guess
got
that
you.
was my
Got you. As early as possible. Early as possible.
Yeah.
So if that
so like,
meant
if I
waking.
left so if you left at 10, you would hit LA about, well, depending on which way you're coming, huh?
Yeah.
Because for me, it's only 2 hours away. So leave at 10, you'll get there at noon. If I'm heading to a Dodgers game, I usually try and
would-
leave here about 3:30 or 4.
Jenny, I
Yeah.
copied the link just to let you know.
Okay, great.
Guys, just The link's in the private chat, guys. If you got
Yeah, and
want
then
to
I'll
join the
post it.
Discord for Jenny.
Yes.
Will do. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So I don't
But anyway,
host
guys,
a pod.
go ahead.
I don't
Jay.
host. Yeah, I don't host a podcast, but I do have a Twitter account. It's right here. It's Dodger Jason for obvious reasons. That's my Twitter handle. Feel free to follow
Gotcha.
me,
Yeah, for sure.
and I'll follow you guys as well. So yeah, looking forward to the follows. Thanks a lot, peeps.
Yeah, we'll continue the talk, right?
Absolutely,
on Twitter
Jenny.
and on Discord. Perfect.
Maybe-
So nice to
Maybe
meet
we'll
you guys.
touch base again mid-season. We'll get a round table
Sounds good.
going once the tension gets roused
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, when the blood's boiling, I say let's do it.
Okay.
Bring us
Sounds
together so
good.
we can all
Man.
bash the Padres.
Oh yes, even better.
So we need a Padre fan.
Oh
is
yeah.
that what you're saying?
Let's do that.
Yeah, Adam. If you can rope a Padres fan in later in the year, do it, dude. Make it happen.
That would be cool.
Well, I did follow a couple Padre people, so we'll see what happens.
All right, sounds good.
And it might be, and I know actually a couple Padre fans actually followed me first, so maybe
There
we'll
you go.
get this arranged. Maybe before the season starts, we'll get some banner going.
Nice. I like it.
You guys want to do that? Would that be all right? We'll get it going.
Yeah,
We'll try.
I'm cool with it.
It doesn't mean
Yes.
doesn't mean we're all gonna work out, but you know how it
That's
is.
Let's do it.
All right. And Damien, hopefully we can bring on your whole crew one day and have a long chat, or I go
Yeah.
on your show, whatever you guys want to do.
Absolutely. I'll get with them and we'll figure something out.
All right, sounds good. Well, hey guys, I did not get a chance to have a good closing video. We didn't make it yet, so I am going to just close it out from here. If you guys want to stick around for a minute backstage, that's fine. But hey, I thank you all for coming on, Damien, Jenny, Jason. Thank you. I
Yep.
know for Damien it was very last minute.
All good.
Jenny, I didn't forget about you. I just didn't know because they wanted to talk about Gavin Lux, and I was like, guys.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. No. I remember telling you that I can talk Dodgers baseball, so it's all good. No.
Sweet.
Thank you,
Well, I
Adam, for
enjoyed
inviting
it.
me.
I enjoyed it. Guys, Jay, are we gonna have new days? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah. In
Schedule's
fact,
gonna change?
Adam, Molly, come here. Molly, come here. I will know tomorrow, Adam, what my schedule will be, so I'll keep you informed about my availability and let you know within the next 2 days.
Sounds good, my man.
Okay,
Hey
my friend.
guys, everybody, thank you for tuning in, and everybody have a good night.
Yep.
Alright,
Nice meeting
good
both of you,
night,
Jenny and
everybody.
Damien.
All right.
Good
Nice
night.
to meet you too, you guys.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.